Shout out to Kanye West for putting a real hole and riding around listening to Sade. N-word. Now, if you go searching around, you might find a clip of me saying the N-word. And do I worry about it? Maybe a little bit. But that's the thing. I really don't. Uh, I really don't think I'm feeling like any consequences of something like that yet. Cause it's like, hey, who the fuck cares what I say? Why would anybody? If and here's my thing, okay? So I like Kendrick Lamar, but he invited some girl up on stage to sing one of his songs, right? And that song has the N word in it. And she says the N word, and then he starts flipping out. It's like, my guy, you think. Here's why I say. Here's why I don't care if I say the N word in a video. Because here's the thing. In private, guess what? I'm saying it all the time because it's part of like a million different songs I like. Okay? I say it all the time when I'm quoting a song. All Day has the N word in it like 70 times. And shout out, I remember there being a song by Plies that I used to like. The Real Testament, that's a while ago. But Plies had a song called 100 Years, and he says the N word. I think I counted, this was a long time ago. I counted it, and it was like 80 times. And yeah, it's just like, well, okay, so are only black people supposed to listen to your music and be able to say the words? So that's why I don't feel afraid to like have that up there. It's like, all right, well, what's the worst they could do to me right now? Nothing really. The only thing people could, it actually be any press is good press, right? So maybe I shouldn't say it and all that, but it's also like I think I'm allowed to say it in the context of a song. Now, should I be on here N-wording it up? I don't ever do that. I don't talk like that. I don't call people my N-words. I don't really say that. But I do say it a lot if I'm talking about a song, okay? You put it in the lyrics, so I'm gonna say it, okay? What am I supposed to do? Go whoop every time the fucking. Almost every rap song is they say it at least one time. So it's like, what do you fucking expect from me? Okay? Because that's the thing about today's world. You take one clip of one thing, and then that's what a person is. When it's really like, uh, people are a lot more complex than a 2 second fucking thought, and that's why this world is so fucking weird right now. Because that's the thing. Everybody's recording podcasts, doing these long things, and it's like, look, if you're sitting there talking to yourself for a fucking hour, you might accidentally say something fucked up. And I'd be thinking like, did I say something fucked up? And it shouldn't be like that. Cause like I know my heart's like pure and shit. I know I have good intentions. I know that I'm not. I don't hate anybody. I know that I don't hate. I don't hate anybody. So everything I say is either just speaking like honestly, or just trying to be funny, or just like that. That's why I feel like. That's why I feel like I'm in the clear, because it's like I have no ill will in saying it. But that's the mob of today's world. Everything's a mob. I seen them talking about this thing with Jimmy Fallon, where so he was interviewing the RuPaul guy, or whatever you want to call him, the RuPaul person, and Jimmy accidentally called him a drag queen, and he starts flipping out, and then they start talking about Jimmy's face after that. He thought he said something wrong, and he's like, "Oh God, I'm fucking canceled." And that should not be how it feels. You say you misspeak, and then you're fucking done. Like, if Jimmy really did get in trouble for something like that, I'd be like, what the fuck? And they always try to bring up this clip of Jimmy in blackface doing a Chris Rock impression. Well, comedy used to be a lot easier, okay? Used to be not everybody's fucking butthurt. Not everybody's like, okay, well, if I catch this person doing this, then that means I'm a good person and I don't do anything. And it's like, guess what, bitch? If you were to put yourself out there on blast every fucking day for an hour talking, you'd probably say some fucked up shit too. Because, I mean, you're just lying to yourself if you think that in all your thoughts, stuck in your little fucking world, that none of them would piss somebody off. I mean, everybody has a thought in their head that's just like the real truth of how they feel. And it's like, you might as well just be honest and say how you feel. Because, yeah, I mean, this whole sugar-coated fucking world, look, I like sugar-coated stuff as much as the next guy. I like a fucking candy. But it's like, look, I'm just going to say how I feel about stuff and, you know. Because I could definitely see some of the things I'd be saying about women sometimes seeming like misogynistic when anybody that fucking knows me, I mean, they basically think I have my own fucking period myself. So, like, a lot of people think I act like a fucking woman, and, you know, I don't have a problem with that, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like, you could take a little clip of me and turn it into, like, oh, Aaron's a fucking, he just wants to fuck women. Well, yeah, I think that's a motivation for a lot of guys, just like women, you know? And I don't mean to sound disrespectful, but damn. I mean, I like the entertainment business, and let me tell you, there are fucking a million women that I would, to put it lightly, like to have some fucking hot cocoa with, okay? I'll be having a lot of hot cocoa thoughts, alright? But it doesn't mean that I only think about that way about them. Like, I also, you know, I'd fucking ask them their favorite book and shit or whatever. I'd be like, hey, where's a place? I don't know. The point is, I'm a human, and I am you know, I'm just being a man. That's just how a man thinks in that way. You see a pretty woman, you go, holy shit, that's great. And then you pretty much just got your attention that way. And it's not always like that. Pretty women can say, like, hey, that fucking press lady for Trump, that lady was fucking, you know, she's kind of pretty, but hearing the bullshit lines that come out of her mouth, it makes me not even like have any respect. So that's the thing. It all starts with respect, and then it kind of grows from there. But yeah, I just be thinking about like somebody taking something I say out of context, and I know if I as I get bigger, that'll probably happen, and people will try to do stuff, and that's just the world we live in, and I can't. I would if I'm afraid to like say stuff about how I feel now when nobody's fucking watching. I mean, of I don't want that pressure of being like I can't say nothing. I just want to say exactly how I feel, and I hope to be in a spot one day where I don't have to worry about like that being affecting me. But when you're coming up on this shit, and you know you're trying to get on a talk show or be a host or something, they're gonna explore every fucking avenue that you've been in. So I could see that being a thing where it's like, oh, I just got hired at this thing, and then they're like, oh, well, you said that you wanted to fuck this lady, and you said the N word, and we think you're a pig. It's like, well, anybody that knows me knows that I'm not like that. I'm just speaking honestly, okay? Cause yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm the fucking 360 ops. I feel like a million different things. Ah, this is perfect. You know that Bittersweet Symphony song where he says, "I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode." I think it's mode. Yeah, I mean that. I feel like that a lot. I feel like I'm a million different people from one day to the next, and it's also kind of nice to feel a bunch of different ways, but it also makes your life feel very confusing. Because, yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a million different kind of people inside of me, and that's why I love everybody. Because, I mean, that's why I would never, anybody that would call me fucking racist or something, I mean, that's just like, you're kidding yourself. You don't know me. You don't know me, you know? And there's really no way, unless you do, I mean, there's really no way after somebody says that about you to really defend yourself other than saying, like, well, you be the judge, you know? And when someday, when some fucking 30-second clip goes up of me saying something out of context, because that's what I be getting worried about. I be thinking, like, you know, I've been talking for an hour, and I'm like, well, did I say something kind of weird there? Because I might get taken out of context. Well, I don't want to feel like that. I want to just have my own freedom. I'm not going to be scared of fucking Twitter mobs and all this shit, you know? Because that's the luxury of having, like, starting something, because there's really no rules. I can say whatever I want. I can make this whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. It's 100% mine. And sure, I would love to do a hosting thing, or like prefer to have my own show to host, but you know, if I gotta fall in line to this, if I gotta fall in line to this fucking pussy world where you can't say nothing, then I don't know if I can even do that, or if I would even want to. Cause let me tell you, I could definitely see myself getting myself in trouble by saying stuff and not even realizing it. I can definitely see myself getting in trouble that way. And the reason I can see that is because I don't even realize it. Because I'm just like, I know everything I'm saying is like, there's no, there's no ill intent or whatever. It's like, just speaking how you feel. Because if I can't speak how I feel in a fucking my own room and recording myself doing my own thing, see, that's the thing I don't get about it. Anybody, if somebody wants to come on and film something and say the worst fucking things in the world, go ahead. It's just like I won't be watching, and that's kind of for people to decide. It's kind of for people to decide, and I think we're itching, at what do you call it? Inching closer and closer to a world where everything is fucking offensive, and you know, we've kind of been in that boat for a while. It's like I think about this. So I had a super liked tweet where I said like, "See Adele, or no, see Lizzo. You don't just sit there and tell us to love you for being fat, okay? Adele, she got hot. See that just talking like that, I feel like somebody would think I'm like being misogynistic, but it's the facts. Adele was fat, okay, and then she lost weight, and now she's not fat. That's just how it fucking works. I'm not. There's no opinions. I'm just saying, she was fat, and now she's not fat. And in my opinion, she looks good because she's not fat. And that's pretty much all I said. Which seems like no big fucking whoop, but I can see that coming back to me. So I can see that coming back. I can see that coming back on me about saying shit about Lizzo, but everything I said was fucking true. All right, this bitch, and when I say bitch, I'm really just trying to be funny. But you know, you take one clip, where I'm fucking saying someone's a fat bitch, it kind of comes off wrong. But if you get the point of, I'm just saying bitch, I call Mitch McConnell a bitch McConnell. So yeah, I mean, that's what's been getting me about some stuff. I'll be thinking like, damn, I really need to watch what I say or I'm gonna get canceled before I even get fucking started. But that's kind of the thing. It's like, it is what it is. I know I have no ill intention. I know my heart's pure as shit. I know I love everybody. I know I respect women. Uh, and yeah, it's not my fault that I'm a fucking man. And when I see a pretty woman, I'm like, oh. I mean, that's just how it goes, okay? And speaking of pretty women, shout out to Dakota Johnson. Holy fuck. I seen her on The Tonight Show. And something about her, I mean, I've seen her before, really, but something about her is just like, damn. Her whole mode is nice. Just her attitude, she's actually funny. But I don't think I've ever seen a movie of hers. And I like the fact that she like basically talks shit to Ellen. She's like, hey Ellen, how come you didn't come to this? Maybe I can play it. Yeah, I mean, she just tells it like it is too. And she's just one of the fucking thousands of women that I think, you know, I want to have some fucking hot cocoa with. Uh, so yeah, let's play this. And yeah, I mean, she's like straight up on Ellen like this shit. Like, I think that's cool. Cause I mean, I know I said this. I think Ellen is I think Ellen's a kind of a cunt. Okay. And I mean, I'm just being honest saying that. I mean, hey, that's what it's all about. So here's a cool thing: Ellen versus Dakota Johnson. People say this wasn't really a fight, but I think it's a
When was
fight.
your birthday?
It was October 4th.
October 4th. You turned 30.
I did.
And how was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited. Last time I was on the show, last year, you gave me a bunch of about not inviting you, but I didn't even know you wanted to be invited.
Well, because I didn't want to be invited to a party.
Well, I didn't even know you liked me.
Of course I like you. You knew I liked you. You've been on the show many times, and don't I show like? Yeah.
But I did invite you and you didn't come. So,
This time you invited me?
yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? I don't think so.
Ask everybody. Ask Jonathan, your producer. Who said
Okay.
you were?
I was invited. Why didn't I go?
I don't know.
Was it? Oh yeah, I had that thing. It was probably in Malibu. That's too far for me to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. No, I think I do remember I was invited. Thank you.
See, that's the thing. That was good TV right there, first of all. And that's the thing. I don't think Ellen is, I don't think she's the goody fucking two-shoe that she acts like. She's not as nice as she fucking acts like. But she is funny. She can be funny. Even right there, she was kind of funny. Like, oh yeah, I had that thing. Like, I don't know. I still think she's funny. I've seen some of her early stand-up, and it's actually pretty funny. So yeah, that's the thing. My heart's fucking wide open for anybody. Even Ellen. I'm capable of not hating Ellen. But I hate this whole thing that she created of herself, like, you know? I don't buy it, basically. That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying Ellen's shtick, or whatever you call it. So yeah. I will always pretty much just try to fearlessly just like say how I feel and not be afraid of something coming up later, because that's just what it is. Anybody who has anybody that has anything going on, like a show or anything online or on TV or anything, anybody in the public eye, that's just the way the world is today. They got stacks of fucking footage of stuff that you put out yourself, and then someday some guy's just gonna look at it and be like, hey, this is wrong to say. I'm like, well bitch, I'm just saying how I feel, okay? I'm just saying how I fucking feel. So yeah, shout out also on the endless supply of good music that GTA always helps me find. I found this song called Hercules, or yeah, Hercules by Aaron Neville, and it's pretty fucking dope. And you know, I'm always down for Aaron. You know, Hank Aaron, rest in peace. Aaron Neville, I think I'm saying it right. Thank you, GTA 5, for showing me another great song. That's what I mean about stuff like that. Sometimes I'm just like not even paying attention, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I'm gonna opt in. That's how my mind works. It's kind of like, yeah. Sometimes that's really the cure for all ignorance, is just learning about stuff. Knowledge is the cure for ignorance, basically. And I'm not sitting here saying I'm Mr. Never Ignorant. I'm fucking ignorant about certain stuff too, probably. Definitely. Something. But I try to always just be like open heart, open mind, open love kind of guy. And, you know, I poke fun at Chris Christie being fat and all this shit. It's like, wow. I mean, I can say whatever the fuck I want. That's the thing. And that's just one point that a lot of people might agree with. Chris Christie's an asshole. A lot of people will probably not have a problem with me saying that. But, you know. I don't know. It's a wishy fucking washy world. So, yeah. You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to pay... they're trying to pay you off to get a vaccine. They're saying, hey, you want your $14? Or, you want your $1,400? You're going to have to get a fucking vaccine shot. And something about that just seems kind of weird to me. But it is a good incentive. Because fuck. And the guy's like, hey, we'll pay for your fucking medical bills if something goes wrong. Like, okay, well, that's a relief. Because $1,400 ain't gonna do it. $1,400 ain't gonna pay for shit. As far as, like, being sick from a vaccine. But that's the thing. I know I said it about not having some full trust in, like, a vaccine. But here's the thing. A lot of people feel that way, and it's because it's so new. But, I mean, the best way to look at it is just like, hey, you get a flu vaccine, you get other vaccines. It's just another one that they have to do now because it's a new thing. And yeah, I mean, they're extending the fucking stay-at-home order, which is a little hard to hear, but I kind of knew that was coming. And they're sitting here talking about a fucking variant of a virus. And, I mean, that's just what happens, you know? So, I mean, do I think it's great that Johnson & Johnson is one of them? I don't think so. That sounds really sketchy to me. Johnson & Johnson. But that's the thing. Most of us are probably going to have a fucking Johnson & Johnson vaccine because it's one dose and it's doesn't need to be ice cold. So yeah, the fucking people that are in trouble for all kinds of stuff are making a vaccine, and we're just supposed to be like, hey, sounds good. But that's the thing, I don't fucking know. I'm not a fucking scientist. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Not even a Dr. Dre. I'm just a guy saying what I think. But yeah, I mean, shout out to the world, you know. Shout out to Tom Brokaw. You got the fucking voice. Yeah, I never really got to see much of him, but yeah, 55 years in a career, that's pretty fucking impressive. Welcome to Late Night Ops TV. This is Late Night Ops. Hey, shout out to Tom Brokaw, who you thought was like long retired. But actually, he's officially retiring after 55 years. You know, he did 22 years of the Nightly News. I guess he did Today and Meet the Press. And you know, they say Meet the Press, you know, is the longest running show in television history. And now you got Buck fucking Todd running. So shout out to Tom Brokaw, your voice, well, it really stands out. And I can't exactly say I remember you, but you're an NBC legend. So shout out. Let's see. Okay, so two 2004, December 1st, 2004, and then we know Brian Williams took over and he said, hey, look, hey, here's a hard situation to be
There's
in.
been a lot of controversy surrounding the usage of the N-word in this movie, and
No,
Talk about
nobody.
Django Unchained,
No.
Samuel Jackson.
The word would be.
I don't want to say it.
Why not?
I don't like to say it.
Have you ever said?
No, sir.
Try it.
I don't like to say it.
Try it.
Really? Seriously?
We're not gonna have this conversation unless you say it. You want to move on to another question?
Okay. Awesome. I don't want to say
Oh,
it.
come on.
Will you say it?
No, fuck no. It's not the same thing.
Why do you want me to
They're
say
gonna
it?
bleep it when you say it on your show. Say it.
I can't say it. If I say it, we will discourse it. It won't make air.
Okay, forget it.
Okay, I'll skip it. Sorry, guys. It was a good question.
No, it wasn't.
It was a great question.
It wasn't a great question if you can't say the word.
I wanted to ask about. There's been a lot of controversy.
So yeah, that seems like he's kind of just playing with them. But I think it's probably better he didn't say it because, I mean, that's just not gonna look well. But fuck. Especially saying it right in front of Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know if I could do that. Another thing was...
When that trial ends, senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection against.
And he sure did incite an erection in fucking a lot of people. There's a lot of people that got that erection. So, I mean, hey. Transylvania guy. Now here's something I wanted to check out. So, they were talking about some guy on the news that got life in prison for pot. And I just don't, and he was like actually not even black, he was a white guy. And I really don't understand that. These non-violent pot offenders were sentenced to life without parole in federal prisons. That seems crazy. I don't even, you know, most people, they just get weed and everybody knows it's like, not technically legal, but everybody also knows nobody really gives a fuck. Because it should be. I mean, and this guy was from Ohio. Can you imagine being in jail for fucking life? For pot? And there's a whole website dedicated to it, and this shit will pretty much... And yeah, they're not... I mean, it's not all, like, black guys. It's, like, older white guys, white ladies, Mexican guys, normal, younger white guys. At least after 60. I mean, that would have to be, I don't care how much pot it is. That seems kind of ridiculous. Life sentence without parole. Can you imagine sitting in a fucking jail cell for pot? I mean, if it's like a night and some guy's like, hey, caught you smoking, I'm gonna throw, I mean, even that's fucked up, but a whole fucking lifetime? It's almost hard to even comprehend. I'm having a trouble fucking understanding that. I mean, what did they do? What did they fucking do? Maybe smuggling shit. But that seems still really crazy. Alright, look, I know that pot's probably like way low on the agenda. But look. Alright? Let's make a deal here. Let's get everybody taken care of. Let's get the fucking world a little bit back on track. And then summer 2021, everybody gets to smoke pot. How about that? And I guarantee you America would chill the fuck out. How about they do a little switcheroo? I like them to do a little switcheroo, whatever you want to call it. They should do a little switcheroo where they go, hey, alcohol's illegal for the rest of the year, and everybody's got to smoke pot. I bet you the whole nation would be a lot happier. I bet the whole nation would have some self-realization, think about some stuff, and then we would all just be like smoking pot outside, and the whole fucking atmosphere, if it's gonna be destroyed, let's fill the atmosphere with fucking pot. And it's calling it pot seems a little weird, but I don't know what I like to call it. Pot sounds kind of weird. Marijuana. I feel weird calling it weed. Smoke a weed. Smoke a weed. Smoke marijuana. Smoke pot. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, so hey, you know, we go to $15 an hour. People are getting back to work. They're making money. They start doing stuff. They legalize pot. Everybody's got a vaccine. Sounds like a good plan to me. But yeah, I mean, it would make it would probably be a bad move to be worried about pot right now, though. Like, as far as like, you know, politic stuff goes, they're gonna be like, oh, you're focusing on pot, huh? So you just wanted to be a president so you could get pot. Hey, Chris Christie, remember when they legalized pot and wherever you're from? And then you was like, oh, no. They didn't legalize it where you're from. You were saying like, hey, if I become president, then I'm good. You can kiss your pot goodbye. Well, hey, Chris Christie, you're kind of the least liked guy, governor to probably ever exist. You're fat as fuck. You're an asshole. And I mean, that's how you really need to not like somebody. You're a fat fucking asshole. Even Jimmy Fallon couldn't help but call you fat. He was on Jimmy Fallon and you're talking about ice cream, and then Jimmy was like, oh, I bet you were flipping out about the fucking ice cream. So even Jimmy can't be nice to this guy. And why would you want to be nice to Chris Christie? I'd say the biggest losers I can fucking think of in that era, or that like realm of stuff: Chris Christie, Ted Cruz. I don't know. They seem like pretty fucking miserable fucking pieces of shit. And hey, That's just how it is. But I don't get why they're so. Hey, Chris Christie, maybe we should outlaw fucking you know, fried foods for you. Okay, maybe we should outlaw fucking cake for you. Okay. Are you gonna get mad about New York saying you can have a fucking 64-ounce soda as well? Which, hey, that seems kind of crazy to be rolling on people's like soda size. But it's also like, who the fuck needs? I mean, are you sharing it? Why do you who? You realize if you get 64 ounces of soda, it's gonna taste like shit. The bigger the cup, the more it's gonna taste like fucking water. So a 64-ounce soda, it seems kind of ridiculous anyway. But that's an American right, I guess, to have a fucking giant soda. But hey, there's a reason why we're so fucking fat, okay? There's a reason why Chris Christie's so fat, okay? Now, would marijuana make Chris Christie less fat? I don't know. Kind of depends on how you handle it. Because some people are fucking snack smokers. They get high, they want to eat a bunch of different stuff. I consider myself, I mean, that's kind of like everybody. But some people, I mean, will probably do the main thing like that. I go between food and cigarettes. And then just like relaxing in general. And yeah, I mean, damn. To think that people could get life for pot, it kind of blows my mind. I mean, hey, if people lock people up for everything else, but pot, I mean, come on. Life in prison for pot. Can you imagine being in jail for life and people be thinking like, hey, this guy must have done something terrible. And like, what did you do? Well, I had some fucking pot. And they'd be like, pot? You mean what? Is that a fucking new code word for like killing something? Nope. It's John Knock, who is interned for 2 life terms plus 20 years for conspiracy to import pot. Okay, so it's not for having pot, it's for, you know, trying to be the Pablo Escobar of pot. Now look, okay, unless you got a bunch of little planes, then, I don't know, that seems to be the #1 way to do that kind of stuff, but that's for the more serious stuff. Pot, fuck, it should just be like, hey, there should be whole fucking semi-trucks filled with pot and be like, hey, let's give it to the people. At the next inauguration, they should have everybody smoke up. And then like dibs and pubs, they can be like, hey, you know, we're gonna smoke a little pot in the fucking White House, and then we're gonna go out and address the people. And then they'd be like, hey, shout out. Be like, hey, America, we just got fucking high, and we want to say, what's up? Here's your new president. We're fucking high. And I think that'd be funny, but the world is kind of not really that funny. The world is funny, I guess. It always is funny. The world is just like, you know, all this random shit, and then it just kind of goes, well. Hey. Hey, real quick, Mark Wahlberg, you have a commercial going, you know. Mark Wahlberg, for some reason, decided, hey, I'm gonna make a fucking, I'm gonna make a car dealership in Columbus. Now, why? I don't know. It's pretty random. Mark Wahlberg, random. It feels like if they just like, you know on Jimmy Fallon when they fucking do some like random generator thing? It feels like if they picked an actor and a job and a location. And then it's like, all right, how about Mark Wahlberg, car dealership in Columbus? And it's a real thing. But he has some promotion going $8 a day. That's all you pay. Well, that seems a little misleading. I mean, there's got to be a catch. A, you know, you want to get a pack of cigarettes or get a car? That seems like there's no way. So, Mark, I don't know if you are in charge of that, but something seems kind of weird about it, okay? Mark Wahlberg. Best Mark Wahlberg movies, well, Ted, Mark. Nah, you know. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, Chevrolet. I don't get why pick Chevrolet, or why pick Columbus, but thanks for doing that. Yeah, there's actually a shit ton of movies that I have not ever seen by him, or even heard of. Hey, call me the fucking tax ops. You know, it's a pain in the ass getting your taxes done. Okay, they're like, so we got some money to give back to you, and they're like, hey, get ready to jump through a bunch of hoops. So I was trying to do it, and then a thing said, hey, what's your fucking AGI for last year? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. So I start going through the loops of, oh, here's an IRS thing, go to start this, do that, call that, and I'm just like, fuck. So I call it H&R Block, go there, bam. They have a COVID protocol. And it was kind of weird, but it was way easier. And I thought this was weird. So the lady was saying like, can we schedule you for next year? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck. It's next year. And then she's like, does Friday at 1 work? And I'm like, oh, gee, let me check my fucking schedule for next fucking year. Do I know what's going to be going on Friday at 1 o'clock fucking next year? No. I don't even know what's going to be going on tomorrow night. I don't know. Probably not much. But yeah, shout out to them making you wait for a while, but yeah, it's just a fucking burden off my mind to have that taken care of. So guess what? Buccaneers Packers Sunday at 3:05 on Fox. And why do they gotta show it on Fox? I don't know. Yeah, that's what really sucks. No more Sunday Night Football on NBC for the rest of the year. And I really like that. It's kind of like my whole thing on Sunday night. So that kind of sucks, but they'll be back. And then CBS 640. Bills Chiefs. I've been saying this, that it's probably going to be Chiefs Packers in the Super Bowl, but I would really love to see Bills Bucks. That sounds more exciting, honestly. Got the double B's up in the fucking call it the double B Super Bowl. The Bills are, so that's the thing, you wouldn't even think about it, but the Bills only have one more loss than the Chiefs. And they're actually the same record as the Packers. So holy shit. Well, shout out to playoff, the last kind of playoff weekend. And then what? I'm gonna have to get into. I'm gonna have to try to get into the March Madness. I don't know if I will, but that would probably be something. But I don't know about that even. I really just like the NFL. Oh, this is the Late Night Ops on Late Night Ops TV, and I am thinking that, well, I need to be on my Take Back the Night fucking ops. Because I can't deny, I definitely like the nighttime, okay? I don't know what it is in the daytime. I like the mornings. But for some reason, it's like I'm running from a fucking demon. For some reason, I totally feel like shit whether I'm awake or not around 1-ish to like, I don't know, depends on when the sun starts going down. So I dread that part of the day, and I've tried a million different things to not feel like that, but I think I'm thinking the future of Late Night Ops TV is going to be more relaxed, more late, more ops. And yeah, I mean, what can I say? I'm the fucking Late Night Ops. Because that's the thing. I've been waking up super early, staying up all day. And then by the time I do the Late Night Ops TV at night, I don't know. I just don't like this. I don't like the schedule. So I'm still trying to figure it out, really. Obviously, the idea would be to record super late. But just the situations I'm in right now, I don't think I can possibly record super late. But yeah, I just wanna have as much fun with this as I can. If it even starts to feel, I mean, there's gonna be stressful times and things until I'm fucking able to pay somebody to do all the shit that I don't like doing, like editing and downloading and exporting. I don't like all this shit, but it's got to be done. I say that's the worst part of this all, is having to get it all out there. That's the hardest part. Getting people to actually see it, promoting it right. So I maybe need some guidance on that. But yeah, I mean, when I'm sitting here and I got stuff to talk about, I mean, it's supposed to be fun. And some nights, it would just feel like a fucking job. And I'm like, well, it is a job, but it's also a fun job that I'm creating myself. So I want to do it at the best hours, peak time. I just want to figure it out to make it be the most fun every day. Because that's what it's all about. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to have fun and grow with people. And, you know, if this was a fucking rocket launch, well, shit, I'd still be at the part where I'm, you know, building the fucking rocket. So I'm building a rocket. I ain't gonna stop it. But this is the Late Night Ops. Okay? And, I think instead of thinking less of like a direction it's gonna go, like where am I gonna get this on, or how am I gonna do this, or what's gonna be this, or will they let me do this because of this or not? It's just like, I don't know. How about just having fun with it? So yeah, thanks to you know, thanks to the fucking tax man coming up, I'm going to be getting more equipment for this and getting equipment for a real Late Night Ops pod, recorded pod that'll go on every actual podcast website. And that's the plan with the pod. And then Late Night Ops TV, you know, I look forward to like future collaborations, future just coming up with stuff, and really just trying to put my all into Late Night Ops TV. And yeah, I mean, like that, life's a dance, you learn as you go, you know? That's what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go. if you look back to the past, I feel like everything has gotten better and better and better and better, and that's the goal. Keep striving and make Late Night Ops TV exactly what I want it to be, and see how far I can take it. Because yeah, I mean, I don't want to be worried about certain stuff. I just want to have fun, and yeah, that's the whole goal. Because I do think this is fun. The recording part is the funnest part. Alright, well, this is Late Night Ops TV. Late Night Ops Pod coming soon, and the official real Late Night Ops Pod. That's actually a podcast coming soon. We're sorting it out. We got a bunch of fucking paper. We're getting there. So right around listening to Sade, if you want to. And maybe I should look up more. If I didn't know that it was Sade, I'd probably call her Sade. But Smooth Operator, I'm down. Maybe I know more songs, but I can't think of them. But she probably has more good songs. But yeah, opting in. It's a Friday. Opting to the NFL playoff weekend. Last one. And then we got the big old Super Bowl. And I'm hoping Bills Bucks, but it'll probably be Chiefs Packers, which is a major throwback to the OG Super Bowls, right? So that's kind of cool. So either way, it'll be fun, but seeing Tom Brady, that'd just be crazy to see Tom Brady back in the Super Bowl. He's like, guess what, guys? I changed cities, changed coach, changed teams, changed uniforms, but I'm still the same motherfucker. That's the greatest of all time. So shout out to Tom. I think it'll be for certain that you will probably be the biggest player that I'll ever see in my life. So yeah, shout out to Tom, but I gotta say, pretty much going for the Bills. So yeah, shout out. Alright, this is Late Night Ops TV, and I will see ya. Take care.